So, welcome back, everybody who was around during the first episode, and welcome to the second session of my first Dwarf Fortress. Well, it's technically not really my first, but it's the first one that I decided to play until it dies, because that's what I actually expect to happen at some point, but we'll see about that. So, yesterday, I managed to get a bit of a sleeping area together. We carved out tons of metal. I feel like all those workshops. Can we relocate those workshops, actually? That was something that I really wanted to know. It doesn't seem like we can. We can only remove it. But they are rebuilt that darn fast that it doesn't really matter. Because this hall of workshops sucks, you know. It ain't something that I want to do there. Hey, Bella, welcome. You missed the stream? Well, it was ultra late. I really did that because of let's call it dwarven stubbornness, you know. It was already 1 a.m. There were so many technical issues. The game didn't behave like it should, but I just couldn't stop myself. I wanted to stream that so badly. And that already says a lot about what I think about Dwarf Fortress so far. I haven't had it since a long time that a game gripped me like that, and I want to play it because it's there's so much to discover, and it's pretty cool. And it's just the beginning, you know. We haven't modded this baby yet. So, Shepin, welcome. Happy to see you. So, we got our first winter in front of us. I'm actually lying with the title there, the second year. Or, let's say, it's a high hope that we're going to live to see the second year of this place. So, there's one thing that I wanted to do. I want to set up a stockpile zone for all those animal remains. Don't want to store them inside the mountain, that's yuck. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to see that a lot of the rules that, I don't want to click in here. That a lot of the things that I learned from RimWorld still apply here, you know? The way how stockpiles are assembled, for example. It's pretty similar. And that's a pretty happy thing for me because I don't have to learn everything from scratch. So, let's see. Set how many barrels, bins, and wheelbarrows the stockpile can use. But I'm certainly sure that I'm really just scratching the surface so far. And scratching the surface is quite a fun term with a game like this, while you dig so deep. So, let's see. Where can I store the animal remains? Here, corpses. But are these actually refuse? Body parts, teeth, horns, and hooves. Yeah, crazy. So, but why should these items land in the refuse? Well, I have no clue, but let's just okay, can't drag and drop that. That's a little bit sad. Alright, so we're going to dispose all these items outside there. Shells. Oh yeah, right. Body parts. Let's just leave it out for now. I might reconsider these things later, but for now I want to have my mountain hole quite clean. I just leave those shells turned on because I do craft with them. So let's try that. So, Shazo, welcome. Yeah, well, a lot of people said that actually, and I am already working in the background on info material for the game, but well, before I can make any tutorials, I actually need to know my way around here well. And usually I have I have learned and seen enough in a couple of hours, but with this game I'm not going to be that rash. Although I think a solid beginner's tutorial will be online quite soon, because that's so far these dudes, they don't starve, they don't die from dehydration. I don't know how to defend myself, but that's wait a sec. Well, maybe we should do something here. So Candle's brewing. We should craft ourselves some weapons. Why not? Let's see. that stockpile should work now. Is there a priority designation? So, set from which workshops and stockpiles this stockpile gives and takes items. So this could be a way of doing this. So select a stockpile. So this stockpile will check out this one. This should work. I think this is technically a priority system, just the other way around. Anyways, I was thinking about making weapons for my dudes because, you know, we got everything around. Yesterday I set up everything. God, a handful of metal. Luckily. Ugh, the detail level of this game is crazy. So let's check out our stockpiles. Obviously, I need to find out what kind of metal I have before I can do anything. So, it's not metal. Is it ingots, maybe? That's one of the parts I am really happy once I learned my way around here. So, for example, which label does the game sort smelted metal into? We have cut gems, so maybe it helps if I use that thing. So copper bars. They are bars. Okay, that's the label. Good-o. So we have copper bars, but we don't know how many. Oh yeah, and another thing that I wanted to try to get sorted out today was I want to at least make my expedition leader happy. He has no study, he has no dining room, he has no tomb, and I think he's pissed about that. And let's change that. It's also a quite nice way of learning how to set up these things, you know. Well, I think this game is even less complicated than Amazing Cultivation Simulator, honestly, because it's not made for a Chinese mind. It sounds a little bit weird, but you know, we have our own culture, and we have certain biases to think about things, and therefore, I'm pretty sure that this game will be easier to acquire for me than ACS. And that's mostly because of the fact that it's not from an Asian company. And I think Chinese people will have a lot less of a hassle to understand how ACS works than ourselves, because they're familiar with all the background. We don't even notice all the background that we automatically understand, you know. Dwarfs, for example. Nobody here thinks a moment about how to imagine talking dwarfs, because talking dwarfs are pretty commonly known these days, but you know, they are no Asian typical trope. So let's see. I want to set up a study here, so let's check out what I need to do for that. Office. Probably that's yeah, an office or study. A chair or throne is required for these functions. Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. We're going to try our luck with that. This doesn't look like a place where a throne would fit in, but whatever. So, let's see. Most interestingly enough, there's no need for a table. I'm confused about that. Alright, so we're going to make something at the stone workshop. Come on. As soon as I find it. All these workshops still look a little bit samey to me, but that'll pass. So let's see. Let's make a throne for the dude. Throne for the expedition leader. Come on, why not? Gamer, welcome, and El Azel. So happy to see you, folks. Hope you had a nice day so far. Alright. So... oh, what happened here? We have more people coming to our city. I really wonder um, if this is something I can turn off somehow, whether or not to take migrants into my place, but okay, we are now 27 dwarfs. Jeez, this place is growing quite fast. So somebody became a miner. Well, good for you, I guess. Alright, so I have a bajillion of dwarves now, and we should probably think about, so I have 4 weaponsmiths. I don't need 4 weaponsmiths, so let's make one of them a miner. I have 3 woodcutters, that's pretty awesome. I don't have a single hunter. That's a little bit sad. Planter, that's something everybody does, but I somehow don't dare to go hunting because I'm afraid that somebody might die. So engraver, hauler, orderlies, competent wound dresser. So let's see. I mean, I can develop any job profile that I want to here. That's pretty sick. So let's do something for animal training. Can I make several things? Yes, animal training and animal care. So hunting doesn't seem to involve anything hunting. What? So none of the jobs, but hunting is actually hunting. Animal training, animal care, trapping, and small animal dissection. Alright, so we can easily use that without being too worried about that. So can I remove that somehow again? Because that sucks now. Custom detail here, cogwheel, edit. All right, so let's grab ourselves one of these weaponsmiths and assign them a hunter. Probably I could have done that already right from the get-go. So I also want to have people on the planting duty here, so I'll keep, let's see, planter here, proficient planter. So I have 2 people on the farm now. I think that should be okay. So that also means we need way more bedrooms. Oh gosh. All right. So luckily I was already caving out another little area there. But if this goes on like that, we'll be doing a dwarven hotel here. So many people. I didn't expect to have so many workers available in this game. I really didn't. So, first big difference between RimWorld and this one is definitely the scope. This is a completely different scope. Alright, that should work for now. Well, so far this game is confusing the hell out of me, but that's a good thing. So I actually wanted to make metal bars. So luckily, let's see, hematite ore and copper ore. Let's check what can I make out of that. Stone use. Hematite, iron ore, wonderful. And it's also a magma safe material, interesting. So let's smelt the iron ore and the copper ore. As long as possible. I've made a lot of coke. So why the hell can't we store that stuff somehow? Well, let's see about that. Hey, Handem, welcome. Happy to see you again. Alright, so all those dwarves will need a place to chill on out. And, say, what went with that order of a throne? Here, jet throne. Alright. So, furniture. Shouldn't the throne be here? Am I blind? Chair. So probably, yeah, the game. Throne and chair, it's all the same. Okay. So that office thingy, what was it there? Bookkeeping. Well, we'll assign that to the expedition leader, and we'll see what he'll think about that. Now that he has one, these are the things that I really don't have any clue about. So, meager study. Yeah, well, at least it's a study, I guess. So we're smelting those ores, and well, let's make ourselves an iron battle axe. That sounds damn dwarven, doesn't it? So there's quite a lot of fuel here. So we already have made the battle axe. It's a little bit sad that it seems so so difficult to catch the moment when something happens. I already installed a mod to help myself against that. So we struck copper, we struck saltpeter. Gunpowder, anybody? Can we make something out of that? So it's not mentioned here. It's not here. It's a why is it mentioned then? The documentation of this game is a little bit nasty, you know. Hey, Pixel Hearts Club, welcome. The mod with the sound alerts, yeah, I installed that, and then realized that you cannot install mods without creating the world new. There I am now. But yesterday when I started out, there were no mods. It is as it is, I'd say. All right. So okay. We need beds and we need doors, the usual things. So you guys make doors. Right now I'm still at the point of exploring whatever I can do here, and I'm so far away from actually building a fortress like I want to build it. That's totally okay. I really wish that there was a way of making more of one kind for a while. I mean, I could make it endlessly and then pause it, but you know, why can't I say make 10 beds? Or maybe I can. I don't know what, and I don't know how. Bet that there's a mod for everything. So. Yeah, well, that's I'm happy that you see it that way too, Pixel Hearts Club. That's for me. I'm totally new here. I decided to pick up Dwarf Fortress when this version here is released. I tried several times in my life to pick up Dwarf Fortress, and it just Dwarf Fortress and me, we just didn't come together well. And in that regard, it's really really awesome that here I really understand my way around, but still I feel like there's so many things where, well, I don't know anything about the different stone types. I don't know what I can do with a colony of termites, and I personally would wish for a little bit more explanation of those things, but well. Well, at least I now know that I'm not, that I didn't overlook anything or miss out on anything, you know. That was a bit of a worry from mine. So extract from plants. Yeah, you guys, you go and extract your drink from plants. Another thing I was wondering, I did assign them a water zone, but they don't seem to put water into these barrels. Will they go drinking there only if there's no drink anymore? That's what I suppose so far. That would be really awesome if some experienced person could enlighten me there a bit, because that's been something I really had no clue so far about. Yeah, the milkable gorillas mod. I saw that. I was a little bit confused about the preferences of humans again, but well, you know, they just want to milk the gorilla bros, I guess. Whatever. I don't judge, you know, no kink shaming here. If you want to milk gorillas, go milk gorillas. Dwarf Fortress is there for you. Even if you want to milk gorillas. Or maybe I should say especially. But whatever. So... Dwarves only drink water when they are ill or out of booze. Is that a thing, or is that a meme now? Because I'm a little bit afraid of running on out of drink, you know. But I figured that it might work like that. They only drink that water if they have to. They really dislike water. Ask my kiddo; he hates water too. Every living being seems to hate water. So except for grown-ups, they love it again. So at the jeweler's workshop, we're going to encrust our furniture with cut gems. Come on, boys. Beautify our stuff, you know. What are we making these items for? For sales? Hell no. So water sources only used for ponds. Oh well. But does this work technically how I set it up? That's all I want to know. Somebody might tell me, because I have a little bit of a small water pond up here. I don't know if the river works correctly or not. I mean, we have our agriculture there running, so that shouldn't be too much of a trouble there. So, sandstone doors getting beautified, you know. Wonderful, thanks. That helps out. Okay, so we got all that sorted out. Let's set up the beds for the new arrivals. Oh, I have to put the check. Okay. There we go. And we're going to use the closest material because we don't have that much variety that I'd say, oh, I want that specific bed for this bedroom. We're not there yet. Okay, I go for some chopping, because we obviously need more wood. I already have my farm down here, and we're growing things, but I don't have seeds for those. So do I need to buy new seeds? Well, I have some. What kind of seeds do I have? All right. So that's something I didn't hear. So we have only plump helmets. Oh, I did select tons of things I had no seats for. All right. That's why it doesn't work. So I only got plump helmet, pigtails, and cave wheat. So we can't change that like this. And do the seeds reproduce? That's been another thing that I was wondering about. Do I need new seeds every year, or what's the case? Yeah, the non-rotable things that bothered me a lot too. That was something like where I felt very, very sad about too. I really hope that this gets fixed, but after all, since this game has now Steam Workshop implementation from day one, it can only become better from here, you know? And it can really, really only become better from here on. So, let's see. Superior quality sandstone door. Let's see. What are the decorated sandstone doors? Shouldn't there be decorated items, or did we decorate the beds? Ah, you don't see it when you're just hovering. Now that makes sense. An exceptional jet door. So here we go. It's encrusted with octagon cut brown jaspers. Alright, there we go. This is one hell of a door, you know. Ah, alright, cooking destroys the seeds. Thank you so much for those fundamental informations there. And outside from traders, I think I don't get any further seeds, don't I? Or can I find them somewhere too? That was also... So, let's set up a couple of bedrooms. I mean, it does take a while to give everybody some quarters. I don't even know if it's that necessary to give everybody a bedroom, but somehow I feel like it would be wrong not to, you know. What kind of a standard of living would we have here? I need more doors. I'm always quite amused about how much that sounds like Mordor, but it's just a side note here. So there we go. Add in more rock doors. I really hope that there's going to be a mod for fixing that, because this is already pissing me off a bit. Thank you, Pixel Hearts Club. That's so nice of you. Appreciate it. I'm really happy to have people now around that I can ask some questions, because I feel like while it's a lot of things that I can understand on my own, there's it's not fun to die from trial and error because it's a little bit arcane, you know. So let's smooth the hell out of these places. Get to work, you lazy dwarves. Oh, we should do some engravings soon too. I mean, let's see. How are my dudes actually equipped? Come on. We should be able to check that out. So... Our average dwarfs, they run around without any items. They're military. So we should really try to assign some military groups here as well. Because sooner or later something will raid our place. Barracks. Squads should be assigned to barracks. The squad can be set to train, sleep, and store equipment there. That's what we're going to do next. Well, let's see if we have some materials for... here. I wish I could keep that job up there on the tab. But whenever they run out of brewables, the job gets deleted. So that's where I'm definitely going to hook myself up into some mods very soon, because I figure that this does not necessarily have to be that way. And also, I feel like my... Is there any way of storing all these stone chunks better? Like, I tried out the bins, I tried out the barrels and whatnot, but somehow were all these items just meant to lie around and so once you get a manager, he does that for you. All right. Stone has to be stored somewhere. Yeah, well, RimWorld is the same pain, you know. So I am well aware that the way that I do all this here is extremely inefficient, and we're going to improve on that at some point. So, whip wine. Yum. So I missed out on one planting season, and I think I destroyed some of my seeds with the kitchen there. I think I did. So. Syrup. Oh yeah, the bedroom question. So, does everybody here actually need a bedroom, or is that an unnecessary pain that I'm giving myself into? I mean, there are dormitories. I've already seen that. But I really don't know how the game handles these things. Well, it's a matter of happiness, huh? Coffer. Alright. So far, I've only put beds up and a cabinet. I bet that could qualify too, but yeah, that's great. So many people around here today. I'm happy. So, let's see. Let's add in walls to every part where they are lacking so far. So, we're not going to use the closest material here anymore. Oh, I can make walls out of metal too. Damn. Sexy. Alright. So here we're making those walls out of jet. I should have done that here too. Oh, whatever. I'm really happy that you checked by, Jen. It's always a pleasure. I think we were all quite excited about this. So, yeah, well, drink's running low here. I messed up my agriculture. But since I had no clue that we're actually destroying seeds when we're cooking things in the kitchen, that was one information I lacked. But that's okay. So far, I am still quite surprised about how well things are working out so far, so it ain't a bad thing. Alright, we don't have beds yet, and let's see. I can assign people here, so a manager. We could bring somebody here. Adequate organizer. Here you go, buddy. So no study needs a meager study. Alright, dude. You will get one study, and whatever it takes. So we're going to make yet another drone. So... there we go. Thank you, Pixel Hearts. That's a very kind gesture. Well, we're technically never running out of drink for real because we have a water source here. People will just get pissed about the fact that they have to drink water, but we should be fine. I have buckets, so... and I have stuff on the fields that should be growing at some point. We have plump helmet spawns hanging on out here. Hey, Dwarf, welcome. And yes, this is, as far as I know, Dwarf Fortress. So it's a Steam release though, so it's looking a little bit different probably than you know it. So let's make more beds, or as many as we can. Well, it has been reworked ever since, and we had the official Steam release of the souped up and beautified version yesterday on Steam. Yes. So this is basically the remastered version, if you want to say so. It does cost quite a buck, but as far as I can see things, it's totally worth the dime, because it's extremely well made, and it comes with Steam Workshop support, so modding is a lot easier. And I don't know if you folks are like me, I hate modding from hand. Like installing all that stuff manually and installing it manually. Ugh. Well, we'll see about how that drink situation will go out, El Hazel. I mean, technically, we're only one harvest away. Right now, I really can't change it. We have reached winter officially, so can probably gather. Oh yeah, we should be able to gather some forage here. Oh boy, that might help us some. So let's check on out. Interesting. Thanks, Chapin. Don't worry. So, I mean, these are just the apartments for the plebs, you know? The good apartments will follow later. So it's very, very good to know that. So winter is upon you. Alright. Does this mean people will die now? So let's see if we can extract anything from the plants I found. So, no, we can't. Anyways, okay. The amount of population growth is something that does stress me out a bit, though. You know, we got so effing many people to care about. That's a bit much. I didn't expect it to be that much. But overall, I think nobody's unhappy so far. People are quite happy. I dug a hole right next to the river to live in, exactly. I wasn't that surprised because I know that RimWorld is actually a derivative of Dwarf Fortress, you know. I was aware of the fact that, or at least I always thought that RimWorld was the basically a attempt to recreate RimWorld, to recreate Dwarf Fortress in a more sci-fi based environment. That was always my impression, because I certainly tried to get into Dwarf Fortress several times in the past, so I wasn't totally oblivious about this. So the extreme amount of population is something that I have to learn to manage there. That's let's just say I expected a colony simulator and I got a city builder, and I can only say I'm thrilled. This does feel a lot more like a city builder. That's what I'm trying to say. So we got ourselves another study here, which we're going to assign to our manager. Can I speak to the manager, please? Yes, down that hallway, second door on the left side. Thank you. Done. So, drink none. Alarm, alarm. So, brew drink from fruit. Brew drink from plant. Hell yeah. So, Minecraft was originally an attempt to be a 3D Dwarf Fortress, yeah. Dwarf Fortress was very, very innovative because it was basically the first simulator that totally tried to stay away from too many abstractions. Like, a good example for abstractions, in RimWorld you only need a peck of medicine to do any operation. That's an abstraction because it's totally unrealistic. And Dwarf Fortress goes very deep into the detail, and it did that way before games did that, and a lot of other games oriented from that. Yeah, I was checking out people that were learning their way around with the old Dwarf Fortress, and I was when I saw that it got remade, or that it's about to get remade, let's call it like that, I was like, all right, that's all I need to know. Thanks. Sand pear seeds. We're actually gathering new seeds from the upper world. Can I do above earth farming too? Can I, or can I only do subterranean farming? Let's try that. So, but I bet I can't. Oh, Joran, welcome. And yes, I totally agree with you. I feel like 20 or 30 years ago, games were a lot different. And yes, there is a different farming tab above the earth. So all the stuff that I find above the earth, I can plant out there. Wonderful. Okay. Overground farming supplies underground farming well. Well, the beautiful thing here is that with this game, I already see that you can easily get yourself indulged into all manner of different things you can do with your city or fortress or whatever you want to call it. So let's see. There we go. Now work orders. That's what I've been looking for. Okay, this is not really looking easy to configure at the first glance, but it is at least what I want to have. Alright, so let's see. Carpenter's workshop, work order. I want to make beds, and let's see, 10 of 10. What does that even mean? Those buttons, they have no tooltips. Hell yeah. So that's a numerical value. So 5 of 5. Alright. So he's making until he has the certain number. And amount of beds less than or greater than. Alright. Plus minus. Alright. Change the type. We can here set up what it should be made out of. Material, what, wait a sec. Material and type are two different things? Properties. So we can, yeah, aardvark blood. I want a bed made out of aardvark blood. Yuck. So I think I can't configure things that don't make any sense, because I highly doubt that we can make a bed out of giant adder brain. And if we can make it, please don't. Alright, so I think this is supposedly what we're needing. And, let's see. So, I have a green check mark here. Let's see. What can I do here except for that? Hammerer. Well, administrators handle various aspects of your fortress and can be reassigned. Thanks for the insane documentation. Chief Medical Dwarf, alright. Broker. To see the value of items. Alright, yeah. Yesterday I did my first trade and I wasn't able to see the value. That was fun. The bookkeeper keeps an accurate count of items to work in their office to improve the precision of their count. Alright, so we have somebody for that job, and we are going to get... I see. Here I can't see how... Alright. Let's set up a study for that person. Well, Dwas, I really have no clue how to compactify the coal. I was wondering about that one too. Yeah, the bookkeeper is what I really wanted to set up there. Let's expand the office tract. Damn, I love this game. So I'm happy that the work orders are a thing though, because I feel like this is something that that definitely belongs into a game like this, because you know, there's just so many things to administer here that it really feels quite painful to. So. Construction canceling. Wall building feels like torture though. I gotta say, building a wall in Dwarf Fortress right now ain't no fun. I'm sorry to say that, but ain't no fun yet. This is something where I really hope for some quality of life improvement, because that's somehow, I don't know, feels like somebody's pinching me where I don't want to be pinched. So thank you, Pixel. You crazy. So you can make bins to help with storage stockpiles. I have bins, and as far as I heard, some things cannot be put into bins. So probably, let's see, gem bin, bar block bin. We could use more bins. Maybe I can put the coal in bins when I have enough of them. So, let's see. There we go. Can convert boulders into stone blocks and bin them. Hell yeah, thank you. Ah, you guys are a treasure trove of knowledge there. I appreciate. So, rock blocks. My dude, rock block this. Be the rock blocker. Yeah, the coal is, I just haven't had enough bins for that. I thank you guys. So, let's see. Well, looks like we don't have any problem with that right now. You're not actually using walls yet? Oh boy. I really have to dig out those minerals when I see them in an area there. I cannot leave those materials behind, you know? Just can't. And that's the reason why, for me. So let's see, stone workshop. Oh man, I'm gonna get so raided at some point, I bet. So, let's see. Rock door. Make 10 of 10. That's a one-time order. But at the same time, well, yeah, I mean, why not? Let's see. Let's suspend that job and see what he does then. Yeah, well, I heard that we're getting attacked. I don't know. I would suppose that my dwarfs will defend themselves autonomously, but I bet that it'd be a great thing if I had a barracks for my dudes to train at, you know. So let's just make that happen. Must dig deeper. Love this. Giant hamster nearly wiped my last fortress. Oh boy. All right, we got ourselves a first watery situation, but that's okay. Damp stone located. Yep. Yeah, right. You guys did dig down here, didn't you? No, they didn't. All right. So it's only light aquifer down here, so it's nothing to be too worried about. We're going to dig that out, and we're going to wall it off then. So that's something the info tab taught me. So all we have to do now is set up walls here around this, and then the water won't leak through that anymore. Or so they promised me. We'll see about that. No, I don't have any necromancer towers or evil biomes nearby. Thanks for asking, though. So, did you guys really... Is this really a thing here? Alright. No, not like this. So, can I deconstruct things here somehow? Remove orders. But where can I remove a wall? So... probably here. Claim a forbidden item. Designate an item. So... well, I think I need to check the door. Give me a second. Gotta love it when the packet guy rings at your door, but he doesn't bring anything for you. Alright. So, well... how can I delete blocks? How can I remove walls? Come on. There must be something. Remove dumping designations. Well... so... shouldn't there be a option to remove something? Digging order, thank you. How extremely anti-intuitive. Seriously, guys, that's not how it's supposed to be done. Alright, so, I don't even know if it still works like that now after we've taken that effing long. But, well, we'll see about that. It's all about learning. And I'm so super happy about all the learning parts from you folks, because it means that everybody who's watching this video on demand at some point will be extremely, will see all that extremely helpful chat, and I really like that. So, here. So water, 1 of 7. Yeah, well, drink is running out. Let's see if that works out or not. Good night, Jam. Thanks for hanging out, man. So we're going to add those tasks back. And I really gotta learn how to set that up as a permanent work order. So. Let's see. Does the water pile up more or not? So here we go. So there's more water down there. So here we go. But luckily it fell right down. So let's see. If it works like that or not, we'll have to find out. The whole water thing in this game is a topic of its own. So let's see. Yeah, this is stamp as well. All right. Feels a little bit weird to build like that because of the stupidity of your people. I think the next time I'll just make a wider staircase, not such a super narrow one. So there we go. And downstairs we go. And there's more water where that came from. Ah, damn. Staircase digging, not that. So, aquifer, it'll always keep flowing in, but here, it told me it doesn't. Oh, well, a sec here. Handling light aquifers. Build a 3-on-3 room around the stairs. Build walls around the stairs until the leaking water is blocked off. I don't know. If that's wrong information, I blame the divs. So let's make a larger one this time. Well, you just need to make the corners first, you know. You just gotta tell them to make the corners first. Why did you stop mining there, you buffoons? Well, I wanted to try out the aquifer thing because I figured it would be it's a nice beginner challenge, you know, something to understand the mechanics of the game a little bit better on. That's why I decided to do that. But damn, I didn't expect it to go that deep. The watery stuff, I mean. Pixel. Thank you, man. You crazy. Much appreciated. Alrighty, so we're going to go for these walls here. And now, I made this room larger before because I wanted to find out if the water here will now stay away or not. And basically, I should be able to use this as a fountain, don't I? I mean, if I'd put a fountain here, wouldn't it work? We gotta check that out. So, what do we need for a fountain again? I keep forgetting that. So, a fountain. Where was a fountain again? Constructions? Machines fluids. A well. So, requires mechanisms, blocks, a chain or rope, and a bucket. So, we do lack everything. Needs open space. What does open space mean? So, well. First of all, let's build the stuff we require. Blocks we're already making. A chain, well, a chain should be really doable at the metalsmith's forge, no? Instrument pieces, trap components. Damn, man. Metal furniture, yum, that's cool stuff. But I think we're requiring a mechanic for that. So let's check on out what we need there. Let's make that out of copper. So smooth blocks for being waterproof. Oh boy, this game. Well, we'll check it out, you know. So let's see. Add a new task. Make rock mechanisms. Make a traction bench. Whatever, you make these. No second questions asked. So, crafts dwarf. Where do I make those chains they were talking about? Yeah, Vlad, that's I already see that there's so many things you can work completely differently once you know your way around the game. I'm totally looking forward to understanding my way well enough there. But where do we make a chain? So can I just search for it here? Chain? No? Jewelers? No. Rock workers. And that work order has been worked through. Nice. All right, that's at least some good news. Down here, oh wow, there's so many things to do all at once. I love it. So, sandstone. Funnily enough, I don't seem to be able to build walls out of the blocks that I'm making, you know? Let's see. Shouldn't I have tons of blocks by now? No? Oh, no, I don't, because I suspended that job, me silly. Durr. Alright, let's redo that. I mean, all in all, my dudes must be quite pissed because I'm not taking care of their problems there. Stray llama has been found starved to death. So, How can I actually make sure they're getting fed? It's something that I really wondered about. Make rock door has been completed. All right. We're pretty much out of drink. I did set up a zone outside and assigned the animals to that. I was wondering if I had to do more for that. So let's see. What do I have seeds for? Nothing? Alright. Would be cool if there'd be a filter for show me only what I have seeds for. That would be really amazing. Probably I forgot to assign that one critter to that zone. That must be the reason there. So... And what about those cats and dogs? If they are assigned to that zone, do they still do their thing, or are they then bound to that zone forever? So, God, a ton of doors here. Damn. Okay, so my stoneworker is making blocks now. Okay, so let's check out if we can make walls out of these blocks now as well. I'd be surprised if not. But, alright. Then let's make a big job for beds here as well. So, Carpenter has been possessed. Possessed by unknown forces. Alright, that's gonna be fun. Well, the game's been in working since 19 years, as far as I know. The number I checked the last time was 19 years, yeah. So, I'm quite curious to find out what's happening here. Damn, I love this. So, my goat has grown up. I mean, it doesn't seem like I can do much about that or against that. Alright, she created a willow casket. It's a personal treasure. Yeah, sure. You want that? Sure, no problem. We'll put that thing up here. Wait a sec. Casket ain't a coffin. Okay, I'm sorry. What is a casket after all, by the way? What does it count for? So... Cats are better roaming free. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, that some animals are better not on the pasture. But back to the question of that casket. Where can I put it up? You know. Well, let's make some chests for them dudes to power up those bedrooms. She claims it as a personal treasure. It's probably even not possible for me to access that thing because it's what's max population? I really have no clue, boss. And please, guys, ask away. I'm happy when we have all those questions together here in the chat because this series is called My First Fortress, and I called it like that because I literally wanted to have this as a beginner-friendly experience, you know. So let's make that wall, the first wall out of real blocks. So the wall sadly doesn't look anything else than the other one. Man, I'm a tad bit disappointed, not gonna lie. Alright, but whatever. So, do we still have logs to work with? It doesn't look like we do. Oh yeah, the dudes at the Dwarven City wanted figurines and anvils next year. So we should definitely make ourselves some anvils. Make instruments. Other objects. I bet other objects are what I've been looking for. So copper. Chains aren't here though. Oh damn. Where are they? Mint copper coins. Hell yeah! I can make my own coins. I love this game already. No, what we're looking for. I'm looking for anvils. Where can I make anvils? I think this is one of the worst parts about the game. Yeah, we just can't make anvils out of copper. I figured as much. So we're going to make as many iron anvils as possible because they're going to be sold, and figurines. So horn figurine. What kind of stuff do I have here? A lot. Rock figurine. So I should probably do that as a work order. So figurine. Ah, yeah, okay. So the work orders are a lot better to organize than other things there. So we make 20 of these, thank you. So my crafts dwarf now has a job too, right? Right. So I can also assign some specific dwarf to the workshop, okay. "200 population is the immigration stop." Oh gosh. Well, the anvils, yeah, I noticed that you start your city with an anvil, so you can make more anvils. It's a fun thing indeed. No! I built a wall where I didn't mean to build a wall. Alright. That construction removal thing has to be a little bit more clarified. Don't you hunt above for food and stuff? I have no clue how hunting is supposed to work so far. I only do know that there's stuff out there. There's an above Earth world, and I'm mostly ignoring it. Thank you. So I don't do this out of ignorance. I do this out of total overwhelmedness.
Total dwarfness.
No, dear, it ain't dwarfness. It's more like information overload. I started the tutorial. Eurist mech tree murderer got killed by the second tree he felled. I haven't so far had anybody dying off of his own chopped tree. All right, but you can hunt, forage, and fish. Yeah. I didn't dare to go hunting because as a RimWorld regular, I'm just scared shitless by what might happen if the critters strike back, you know. Okay. But so far, I'm massively impressed by how this game's working on out. Oh, we're running out of drink again. This is the only thing that I really don't know how to set it up. I think I must check on out how the work orders work in detail, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed by that right now, you know. So, smelter, we gotta smelt that stuff. Hematite ore, limonite ore. I gotta check on out what limonite ore provides. Surely no lemonade, but let's see. Limonite. No, we're at the other stone tab. Ore of iron, brilliant. So let's see. Is there anything transformable to coke? No, no. Yeah, this game offers you basically every way you wanted to play it. I already saw that there's also mods around that allow you to play with other species. I mean, right now the game ain't really supporting that too much, but it is already a option, you know, which is pretty amazing, I think. So we're making them chests, right on. And the next job you got is make me more bins. Need more. Alright, so I'm slowly getting used to how things work on out here. But we're just starting out. I do know that. So the water has disappeared after a while, okay? Let's go deeper. Yeah, I'm really just waiting for the modders to do their thing. I mean, we all know that this game exists for a darned long time, and therefore we all know that there's already a huge amount of modding that has been done. So what's not to like about that, you know? So our first dude is being pissed. I don't know why, but he's the first person in our city to be a little bit unhappy. So guess that must be the wet feet. Yeah, I'm working against these aquifers because I figured I was looking like, should I go for a place without it or should I just try it out? And I figured I want to try it out because the tooltip up there made it look quite easy to deal with it. Now I'm not that sure anymore because it's, well, at the end of the day, I'm already, I don't know, we're quite a few levels through here already and dampness doesn't stop, you know? We're in Damp Town. So, the chests have been made. And you see, Damp Town doesn't stop. So, when can we expect the next Against the Storm video? After this Thursday's update. I was actually postponing my next release because I know that they do an update every 2 weeks, and I didn't want to have to stop my game there because you know how it works. When there's a new version, the current run is being eliminated, and the last time I did that, I felt quite stressed out by that because you know how these things are. Your time plan is off for a little bit, and then I had to record those episodes in a very uncomfy way. So I said myself, we're going to wait for the new version. There's going to be new camps and introduced there as well. Can't wait. Alright, here I'm actually digging out a little bit more because I did notice that there's a lot of bituminous coal there, so I want to keep that. Let's see. We got more than enough room to store that up there. Wonderful. So... heavy aquifers are... yeah, I read that. They flooded the area quite immediately. And I was like, no. Not my beginner's cup of tea, thank you. You guys can do that without me. So... yeah, I noticed that the remove aquifer mod was basically the first and most popular one in the Steam library, and well, I somehow get it, but on the other hand, sometimes I do like my tedious chores, you know. So let's forget about that last few bits of coal. They don't matter that much. It's pumps or death. But yeah, how the hell are you doing welds if you disable aquifers? That was something I wasn't understanding. So let's get on back foraging up here. You guys go forage all that stuff there, thank you. Can dig to cavern layer and draw from the water there. Reverse or cavern. Alright. Well, as far as I can see, water is not so much needed as as something to drink in this game, as it's more of a luxury. So we don't have any stones here. What a shame. So let's put that above. Can also just build a cistern. Alright, so basically I could already make a cistern out of these, because basically all I'd need to do is, oopsie, I mean, I already know that the damp ground starts out there, so I could just dig down one layer here, and then oh yeah, let's do that, so I can learn my way around that. So let's make this like that. That's what I noticed Doris is. Exactly, that's what I figured, and now I want to make it a little bit closer to my farm, you know? So we're, let's see. Let's make a nice room here, and we're going to make this there. Can I build doors that are so hatches? No. Are doors waterproof? Doors are waterproof. Alright. Not that I intend to build a door here right now, but I think it's a vital question to ask. Okay, so let's do this. I'm a little bit sad that the walls made out of properly cut stone, cut blocks are looking the same, like the ones that made out of rough stone. There's a few things that I really would wish for a bit more beautification here. Whoopsie, I made a couple of rough ones in between now, whatever. So here we're slowly filling that thing. Well, that's really, really interesting stories about your wells there, guys. Thanks for letting me know. It just makes sense, but yeah, Thura says I'm totally agreeing with you. I mean, that's one idea of mine. I'm going vanilla on this run to make sure that when I learn my way around here, I can't go into a modded experience because until then more mods have been made. So I think we are past the aquifer now. No, we're not. Damn. Ugh. All right. Oh yeah, let's make some copper walls. I know that it's darned inefficient and not necessary, and all. We could and should use stone, but come on. I want to know how they look like. Oh boy, metaline walls look a lot nicer. So Dave Bergeron, welcome, and Lazy Camper, hi there. I just use dry wells. Aquifers good work downwards too. Thank you, Doris. That's something I wouldn't have noted or wouldn't have thought about myself there. Yeah, I can't wait I personally can't wait to have understood the game well enough to make all the tutorial material that I want to do for that, because this game is a masterpiece, and it's just wonderful. I wonder if this was already the layer extra that I needed to take, but we're going to be sure. But I think we have already passed that area. I mean, it ain't a problem to try that out. We're just going to dig into these directions and we'll see what happens there. Quite an easy thing. If there's ever any water, we're just going to wall it off, no biggie. Yeah, the height levels are what really makes this game stand out for me. It's that one thing RimWorld never was able to do, you know, and this does mean a lot. So crafts dwarf, let's see, shell figurine. I can make shell figurines. Hell yeah! So wonderful. Let's see. It sucks a bit that this menu here isn't checking into the tabs. That's really, really a bit sucky. That I need to go on into the sub tab, so to say. Well, alright. Small issues, you know. Are you guys kidding me? We still need more bins? Jeez. Bin it up. Bin it up. That's one thing I definitely will do different the next time I pack this up. I have way better understanding now about all the different things that are necessary in the game. And we're not going to cramp all the storages together another time like that. So I have 4 more beds to spare. Pins and barrels are like pylons and stuff. More. Ah, yeah, barrels. Thanks. Thanks for the pointer. I was skipping out on barrels. So there we go. And let's make that. Oh, these poor suckers, they don't have a dining hall yet. Damn. But well, this game is in that regard just too complex for my scrubby little brain to get everything under control right from the get-go. So there we go. Probably we'll have now a room for pretty much everybody. So that's one of the major differences that I didn't foresee when I picked up that game, that Dwarf Fortress is really more a city builder than anything else. Like, now that I've heard that 200 population is the natural immigration limit, and after that they still have babies and whatnot, that means that we can achieve insanely high population numbers here, which is good, but it's also a lot of work. Alright, so let's do this. I need a chair in here, and I need a throne in here, a door in here. There we go. Well, the work order system is something I'm going to dig my nose into after I'm done with the stream, because that's something, I don't know. I cannot talk during that, and I don't want you guys watch me staring at a screen doing nothing. And so finally got the bookkeeper. The fortress attracted no migrants this season. Oh, that's great. So that means whenever I am not really ready for anything, I get that I get new people there. I like that. So I need to automate the work orders on the still. This is something that I really want to get done there too, because I run out of drink due to that too often. And I feel like I should probably expand on my agriculture anytime too soon. Oh boy, we got now seeds. We got seeds. Oh, it puts all the stuff that I have seeds for on top of the list. All right, I rest my case. That's excellently done. I like that. Alrighty, so farming is a thing. And I also love the fact that where my pasture's at, there's more and more spreading sand, because the animals are eating everything there. So let's see, that room ain't filling too fast. So this is a crappy cistern. 10 useful dwarfs and 190 cheesemakers. So yeah, I take out of that meme that most people don't fully utilize their entire population the way they could. So some people are just making cheese or spam or whatever. How many levels down did you dig before you spread the first level of base? Yeah, just one, of course, because I'm a filthy scrub. So we're not really out of drink. They are already working on it, but thanks for the pointer. So we cannot brew any further items because we're out of storage items. So barrels, make barrels. I bet we can't make any barrels because we're out of wood, aren't we? Yep. So all right. Hey, we have our first dwarven babies. Nice. So we're going to have chop some more wood. I was wondering what I'm supposed to do if I don't have access to wood. What I'm making barrels out of then. I bet I can make them out of clay and other stone derivatives, but I have to find out. Pots are stone barrels, basically. Let them drink cake. I like that one. Well, Dave, right now it is like that. When you download mods, you have to apply them during world generation. Like, the mods are applied when the world's being generated. So basically, this run here will stay forevermore a vanilla run, because I cannot remake the world in any way. So let's see. I probably need a another stone workshop, I think, but let's see. Rock. Where can I make pots at? Not here, not at the work table. At the workshop, maybe? So So... But where do these stone pots come from? Am I just not finding them right now because I'm a derpy one, or... Stonecrafter or something. Yeah, so I thought too. Well, we're going to check it out like that. Here the work orders tab was way more... It's not a thing. Does the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress have nobles or coins? Yes, yes. I can make my own coins here at the smelter, yeah. Or no, at the smithy, I'm sorry. The Metalsmith's Forge allows me to create my own coins. So, here, make copper coins. That's the thing. Craft Dwarf 4 stone pots. Thank you. I find the Craft Dwarf workshop is one of the most horribly accessible things. Luckily, you can make that at the work order tab. I like that. Okay. So obviously we don't have any fruit or anything anymore all of a sudden. All right. So where did the seeds of those go to? What seeds do we have? And why are the seeds of these gone? Like seriously, where did my seeds go? Are they bound in any food or something like that? I'm confused. Well, I'm not really cooking anything, you know? Or is the kitchen an auto employ? Because I stopped preparing any meals a while ago. Yeah, but I didn't cook any. That's the point. Unless this thing gets activated without a work order being active. I didn't know that. That's why I only put them on the brewery tab. That's why I'm so confused. That's exactly why I'm so confused. I mean, some workshops get accessed automatically, like the fishery. The raw fish preparing is something they do automatically when they do. Well, the problem is they aren't planted anywhere else than here. They're just gone, and I don't know why. So the only thing that I can think of is they got either stolen or somebody cooked them without my permission. Then I wonder how the hell that happened. Yeah, the farming is seasonal. Which is quite crappy, honestly. Because it's damn confusing. And I don't know how much sense it makes on the ground. I would understand if we'd had that seasonal stuff up above the ground, but underground temperatures are quite steady. So, well, that's an odd thing. But it's okay. We can make our alcohol out of other things as well. So... But if cooking destroys seeds, isn't cooking totally crap then? Like, you should be only cooking meals out of meat and the like then. And nothing else. Well, I had them, Thyrsis. I have no clue where my mushrooms went. I planted them out. I used them only for brewing. I did not use the kitchen at all so far. So, well, one might assume that they got eaten by something somewhere out there. I think that's the only,
Maybe you have pests,
yeah,
like mice or something.
exactly, exactly. Would be nice to have some tooltips though when something like that just disappears. It's really hard to just see that. And what also would be nice would be a better readout and accessibility about what you can do out of certain things, because honestly, that's the part I'm struggling most with these days, to understand what I can make out of these items. You know, let's see. Here, plants. I mean, you cannot really see anything what you can make with oats, and that's I find that here, a dimple cup. All right, they have them, but they aren't eating them. Plump helmets, they are here. So I thought you can make alcohol out of these. So this is something I find very, very unsatisfying right now. I really hope that we'll see some user interface update, because that just sucks right now. Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. You guys know what the things are good for, but I really wish that there would be more of an explanation when you click these items, what you can make out of them, because right now that sucks probably the most. Because it's, you know, how on earth are you supposed to understand what these items are good for? Yeah, yours and the Wikipedia are my best friends, yeah. So for some odd reason, it didn't work on out in the front. Yeah, the colors are all stone coating. This is jet. This is mud. No, this is sandstone, and you can basically, this is a copper vein. All these things have their visual appearance there. So this one would be a full cistern already, and this place here is all dry. So we can make our stuff here. Yeah, I am already doing Shepin. I'm already doing. I just don't I just don't get it done in time. But we have already these muscle shell figurines, because the local dwarfs told me that next year they want to buy figurines, and I was like, okay, we're making them. We're eating muscle shells, muscle all day. We got shells. We make them figurines. So about my planter, somebody asked. Well, talented. I got one novice, but yeah, it's kind of weird that they haven't been used there, because I am doing the brewing all day, and at some point they weren't displayed as accessible. I think that was probably a good old RimWorld thing. Probably they were being transported while I was trying to access them. This is something that happens in RimWorld all day, and I'd be not too surprised if that's the case here as well. So we got enough rock pots. Let's go for the figurines again. Yeah, for some reason, when I clicked here, that was red. Like I haven't had any, but I bet it was because the people were putting the mushrooms into a bin or a barrel or whatever. That was the reason. Alrighty, so I'm going to drop the ball here for now. I really need a break after almost 2 hours. My brain is properly pretzeled up, so I'm going to take a break to unpretzel that, and we're going to return probably later, probably tomorrow, I don't know. But you can expect me to do some more Dwarf Fortressing quite soon, because I'm kind of like hooked up here. Alright, so, no, you go out of here, damn bot. Um, so if you haven't, you should have a look on the kitchen option to forbid them from being cooked just for later. Definitely, definitely. I'll go over the entire work order thing another time because I wanted to do that when I have a bit of a break. So thanks everybody. It's been a great run. Everybody who did catch that as a video on demand, there's Twitter and Discord links down there in the description box, so you can hook yourself up to the announcements I make. Also, there is a playlist link down there leading to the other episode. And last but not least, there's support links, PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee. And I'd be delighted if you give them a look, because as a free content creator, I can really use all the help that I can get. And a big, big thanks to all the supporters out there. A big thanks to all the people supporting this stream as well. And see you guys next time. So, bye-bye.